Okay.
Do you love it or leave it? Protagonists meet in the first 10% of the story.
You usually love it because then they have to fight it out. They don't have to like each other, but I like it when they meet each other early.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Although on one of my biggest series that I'm working on right now, they don't meet until like the halfway point of the book.
Ooh, all right. Love it or leave it. Dual point of view narration.
Ooh, I'm book to book. Like
Mm.
this, Inconvenient Earl is dual narration because I really wanted to show like Harry's struggle as well, but I also sometimes like it when you have only the one person's perspective and you're kind of left in the dark as to why the other person's acting the way they do. Like there's
Mm-hmm.
a lot more kind of well, it's just a different approach, right? It just gives you different insight into what the characters are going through. And like
Yeah.
sometimes one character is just more compelling. And if like I want to write the other POV, I have to write an entire second book to fill in all
Right.
the information. So I'm
Yeah.
very much book to book.
Okay. Do you love it or leave it? Third person past tense.
Again, yeah, I usually write in that, but when I write contemporary, I tend to write first person present.
Mm.
Like I'm got a contemporary series, Why Choose series that I'm just finishing right now, and it felt, I mean, contemporary and present tense sort of seem to go together a lot in romance. So I kind of wanted to, sort of follow the convention and also challenge myself to write that way because I don't
Mhm.
usually. It was really the first time that I'd done that, but it works really well for the story.
Yeah.
Because it's been, I think contemporary tends to dwell a little bit more on people's interiority, like they're sitting and thinking through things as it's happening to them. Whereas I have such an association with sort of classic fiction with historical romance that I tend to prefer that being third person past because it just feels more natural to the genre, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Makes
But yeah,
sense.
the more contemporary I write, the more I tend to prefer the first person immediacy.
Mm. All right. Do you love it or leave it? The third act dark moment.
Ooh, yes. Yeah, I like because that's a chance to kind of push the characters to their limits. Everything's working really well, but there's still like 150 pages, and you're like, oh God, you got to make me work for this, aren't you? And it doesn't always have to be a breakup. Sometimes it's just like the antagonist will suddenly make their move or something will happen to disrupt the sort of orderly flow of everything's going really well now. And I'm like, well, life doesn't do that. Life tends to throw you curveballs constantly. So I do like that little kind of like, oh, if this wasn't romance, this would not work out well. Oh no.
All right. And do you love it or leave it? Always end stories with an epilogue.
I will leave it. I like it if you can get it all in one. I'm not opposed to an epilogue, but I don't think it's necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Some it depends how the story ends. Sometimes it ends really abruptly, and then that there's a cooling off period where literally nothing happens and it's not very interesting. So if you get the 6 months on, you kind of end up kind of seeing everything come to a resolution. But sometimes everything wraps up within the story.
All right. Do you love it or leave it? Always share research in your author's note.
Oh, I'm very lazy with that. If it's important, I will. I released a mid-century book earlier this year, and it had a lot to do with censorship issues in the 1950s. So I wanted to add some kind of factual information in the back to show where my story sat in relation to the events in real life.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
great.
always necessary. Like I didn't do a lot of research for an inconvenient Earl. I just kind of relied on sort of generic information about the Regency. There's no historical elements, like no real history in there. It's just a context, right? But author was very much drawing on real historical events around the court cases for Fanny Hill and Tropic of Cancer and the books that kind of broke open the literary scene and made it allowable to put, quote unquote obscene material in literature.
Hmm.
So
Okay,
that
well,
I felt like that needed some context.
I'm gonna go read that,
Yeah.
both the book and the author's note. Are there any other rules I didn't ask about, romance rules, that you like to break?
My philosophy on romance is that literally the only thing you have to do is have the happy ending for the main couple. Like I tell this to people who are kind of like, I don't know, is it a romance? I'm like, are the couple together at the end? Yes. Okay, fine. Everybody else in the book can die. Like not the pets, but like, it's you can have a dark romance where both the characters are like evil, but they're perfect together, right?
Hmm.
And they can go and do heinous things all over the place, but as long as their relationship is the core and they see it through and then they're together at the end and happy together, then I'm satisfied. But other than that, like gloves off, do what you like. Do
Nice.
anything.
I love it. Well,